Hello, everybody. Long time no talk. I'm so sorry. If you want to fast forward the video to the actual critique, fast forward it to this timestamp. As you can see, I have already tried to record this once, and I'm kind of all over the place. Here's why. I haven't been feeling great. I had a couple of good days when my husband was home where we were able to film some Master Pop. But aside from that, I've been in a lot of pain. I'm dealing with a lot of like neck, back, and hip issues. Been to the chiropractor twice. And everything keeps going back to the way that it was. And I think that's because I need to go in for a deep tissue massage to get a lot of really, really tight muscles loosened up. And by tight, I mean like really tight, and it's making me nauseous. It's giving me headaches, and it's making everything so much harder to do. Editing is really hard right now because of how much pain I'm in. I can't look down. I can't sit at a computer. It's almost debilitating in a sense, especially when it comes to me trying to get things done digitally. So I really apologize for that. I really do. Another thing is I'm pretty burnt out on Amberlynn. I know in the past that I've said that I want to lean more towards other things, which I still plan on doing. But on top of the pain, on top of my disinterest, we're dealing with a lot of stuff, trying to get our house ready for move-in. And since my husband's only home sometimes, I'm having to take care of a lot of stuff while he's gone. And to be frank, I'm just a little overwhelmed, and I'm really tired. I lost my voice for about 4 days this week. I just finally was able to get it back today. I woke up this morning and my voice was pretty close to normal. And also the pain in my back is also extending into my ribs, and it's making it really hard for me to breathe sometimes. I haven't even been vaping very much. I do have my vape here with me. I'll probably take a few vape hits here and there. But just all in all, y'all, I just don't feel that good. I would just rather post something that's worth watching than just, cranking out videos every day. I just don't have it in me. I just don't. So, I do kind of know what's happening over the next couple minutes. But I'll go over it again and kind of reiterate some of the points that I had done in the first recording. And hopefully we can get through this with flying colors, and I can get this out to you before I go to bed tonight. Alright, this one is called Cook With Me. It's got 29,497 views, 750 upvotes, and 1.5 thousand downvotes. It had a 33% approval rate. So, let's begin.
Hey guys, so mentally I'm not doing very good.
What else is new?
As you guys know, I suffer with really bad anxiety and depression, and I feel like some other things. And
first off, she looks like she's gained all the weight that she lost back. One could argue that she's retaining water. Either way, if she is, she's probably not eating healthy. Sorry guys, I have to drink water because of my throat. She looks pretty ragged. I mean, she looks like she slept for 16 hours. She looks dehydrated.
I finally made an appointment to see someone who specializes in anxiety, depression, bipolar personality disorders, schizophrenia.
Okay, so a clinical psychologist, got it.
I don't have some of those things, but I'm just saying
Why would you name them off then if you don't have them? Why are they relevant?
Someone who truly specializes in that. So,
As opposed to what? A fake psychologist, a fake counselor, a fake therapist? What?
I have officially made an appointment, and I'm probably going to be going.
Because you don't have to be a clinical psychologist, but normally it's clinical psychologists that specialize in personality disorders. Because a lot of personality disorders, sorry y'all, I'm trying to get comfortable here. A lot of personality disorders come with comorbidity, and I've touched on this before, but I'm going to say it again. Comorbidity is when there is more than one personality disorder or trait or illness or whatever you want to call it alongside a personality disorder. So, for instance, somebody on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum, a lot of the times they will also have OCD or ADHD. Someone with ADHD, a lot of the times it's comorbid with OCD. And I'm saying all this in layman's terms. There's probably going to be somebody coming in here talking about, like, well, technically, blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm telling you what I know. If it's wrong, put it in the comments. Or if you feel that it's wrong, put it in the comments. But, so, she named all these disorders off, and it's like, what's your point? Like, okay, you're seeing a therapist. Okay, if you're talking about your depression, then you need to be seeing a therapist who specializes in depression. You can't just, like, name off, like, everything. Then it's not a specialization. It's not a specialization if they specialize in, like, all of these things. And also, she named off bipolar, and then she's been saying that she doesn't have it, and then, like, recently she also said that she does have it and it runs in her family. Like, I just don't... You need to get diagnosed with something for real so that you can just stop lying to us all. Because, I mean, whether you have it or not, we don't believe you. We don't know what to believe. You don't even know what to believe at this point. Okay.
Going back on medication again, and it's just, I really need to do this because I'm just, like, not in a good...
And for the record, Amber, if you're going to get on medication, you need to get on it and you need to stay on it. This whole, like, getting on medication like you did last year with your Lexapro and taking it a week and then not taking it a week and then having a breakdown on camera in the parking lot of Walmart. I mean, you need to stick to your guns for once about something. And if there's something that you're going to stick to your guns to, it has to be your mental health. If your brain isn't functioning properly, nothing in your whole body is going to function properly. Everything is connected to your brain. So stop being an idiot and actually do something about it this time.
Mental space at all. I wish that I wasn't like this, and it's just like, it is so exhausting for me. It's already exhausting enough just being a bigger person, but it's like terrible.
And for the record, I do believe that she's going through a depression spell, but this is why I think, not to diagnose her, but this is why I think that she is somewhat bipolar, because, over the past few weeks, she's been posting every day and being super manic about it, and I think, like, that whole, and not necessarily manic, but hypomanic. Hypomanic is, like, a step down from mania. But, like, she was posting every day, going really hard, going hard, because she lost all her subscribers and blah, 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 blah. And now she's crashing again. So, I've talked about this before, so I'm going to say it again. Depressive disorder is different in the sense that the episodes last longer. So if you have depression, like I do, it is over a long period of time, and it's consistent over a long period of time. Do you have good days? Yes, sometimes, but not really. Not when you're severely depressed. Like, the good days become fewer and far between as the months go on. Being bipolar, it's shorter periods of time. So, like, what you've seen Amberlynn do, it's like, well, here, I'll show you. And Katie Morton, the psychologist that was on the Shane Dawson video, she does a really great explanation of all the bipolars. Bipolar 1, you've had at least one manic episode that may be preceded or followed by a hypomanic or major depressive episodes. In some cases, mania may trigger a break from reality, psychosis. Bipolar 2, you've had at least one major depressive episode and at least one hypomanic episode, but you've never had a manic episode. Cyclothymic disorder, you've had at least 2 years or 1 year in children and teenagers of many periods of hypomania symptoms and periods of depressive symptoms, though less severe than major depression. So, and then there's other types. Okay, so here's what I think is going on. I'm not a therapist. I'm not licensed or anything. But here's what I think is going on. I think that Amberlynn has the bipolar-related disorder of cyclothymic disorder. Okay? You've had at least 2 years of many periods of hypomania symptoms and periods of depressive symptoms. Okay, so bipolar disorder is easily confused with depression because it can include depressive episodes. The main difference between the two is that depression is unipolar, meaning that there is no up period. But bipolar disorder includes symptoms of mania or hypomania, depending on which bipolar it is. Bipolar 2 only consists of hypomania. You never actually get to the full-on mania, if I'm understanding it correctly. So with bipolar 1, you've had at least one manic, full-blown mania, and hypomanic or major depressive episodes, meaning that it's an episode, it's not like full-on. Bipolar 2, you've had one major depressive episode and at least one hypomanic episode. So, and then there's cyclothymic disorder, which is what I think Amberlynn has, where she's had at least 2 years of many periods of hypomania symptoms and periods of depressive symptoms, okay, though less severe than major depression. So that's what I think we're looking at here. Again, not a therapist, not qualified at all to make that judgment, but I'm human and I know a little bit about it, so I'm gonna make my assessment the way that I feel see fit. So mania and hypomania. Abnormally upbeat, jumpy or wired, increased activity, energy, or agitation, exaggerated sense of well-being and self-confidence. Euphoria, like when she's outside talking about the birds walking. Decreased need for sleep, unusual talkativeness, racing thoughts, distractibility, poor decision-making, sprees, risky sexual behaviors, and foolish investments.
Terribly exhausting to have these mental problems, and it's just like, it's hard for me to have this job and to keep up with, a job, and to terribly exhausting to have these mental problems, and it's just like, it's hard for me to have this job.
So she looked over to the side when she said problems and she shook her head. I think it's because she knows that a lot of them haven't been diagnosed. She's, again, just self-diagnosing herself. But I don't doubt that she has mental issues, don't get me wrong. But her body language is saying that basically she's not really sure what they are. She hasn't really been fully diagnosed with them. So let's look at that again, okay? We're going to look at it in slow-mo.
Have these mental problems.
See, and she did her little confused eyebrow furrow there. She shook her head and she looked over here. That is called a cluster, my friends. That is a cluster of her not being truthful with us because, again, she doesn't know actually what she has. She's acting like she does. She's listing them off like she knows what they are, but she actually doesn't.
And it's just like, it's hard for me.
And she's kind of got her dramatic acting voice on, but I also think that she is going through something right now, probably because she is failing at her diet already.
To have this job and to keep up with, uploading several times a week, and it's just like, my mind won't let me. And it's like, when I do come on here, I look crazy, so...
I just, it bothers me when she, like, turns her head to the side to look at herself. It just, ugh.
I already filmed a little bit of, like, a meal that I was making, but
Yesterday, this is something I noticed when I was filming this first time around. I believe that that what we're about to see in the video was actually the day before. She didn't even do this the same day, but she is wearing the same thing.
ever since then, I have just a lot of crying and just misery. It hasn't been good, but I'm still gonna show you guys that really long clip, and it's just gonna show you definitely the difference between, you know, how quickly my moods can change.
Okay, again, that's important that we pay attention to the fact that she probably filmed this the day before, because right now she's trying to make a point. You know, Amberlynn's always lying about something that she doesn't need to lie about. She's trying to make a point that her moods are switching really fast. But in actuality, this was not filmed any time near the time that this right here was filmed, okay? So there's no actual fast switching at all. I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that.
And stuff like that, so...
She doesn't even know what she's saying.
So here's that clip. Hello everyone, I'm still wearing leftover makeup. Bad habit, that's all I gotta say. I'm not the only one in the world.
Oh, come on.
But I'm just making some food. Bell pepper, onion, and chicken sausage. I can show you guys the brand, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Cajun seasoning on this. So I'm pretty pumped. But the brand...
My brand!
Gross.
Please don't mind my mess.
We never do.
Is this alfresco sweet Italian style chicken sausage.
Those look pretty disgusting. Not gonna lie.
Sausage with red and green peppers. You can honestly get this from Walmart because that's where I get it.
Okay, I don't understand why she uses the word honestly. What is she trying to emphasize? Like, did we think that she was lying about it? Like, she lies about dumb things she doesn't need to lie about, and she justifies herself for no reason.
Pretty sure like Kroger's has it in other places, but for one, it's 130 calories. If you're counting your carbs, it's only 2 carbs, 14 protein. So I'm actually gonna have 2.
She's gonna eat that whole thing.
I'm gonna put these in the fridge right now. So really quickly, I just want to show you some things I got from Walmart. This is a Yasso bar. I haven't been having any sweets at all for, it's been a while. So this is actually a frozen Greek yogurt bar, and it's only...
Okay. So she just woke up on this day. Her hair is literally disheveled from her sleeping and not doing anything with her hair. Then we have the next day, which is what we just saw, where her hair was kind of redone a little bit. Her cheeks are red from having slept on them. Like, she was obviously sleeping with her hand under her cheek. But, yeah, I'm definitely sure that this is the day before.
100 calories. It's the fudge brownie. I've never had this kind.
Let's look. Okay, for one Yasso bar, it's 100 calories, 19 carbohydrates, 5 milligrams of cholesterol, 45 milligrams of soda, so 18 net carbs, 13 grams of sugars, and 5 grams of protein. So yeah, sure, it's only 100 calories, but it's a lot of sugar and it's a lot of carbohydrates.
So I decided one of these is totally fine. It's real Greek yogurt.
I'm glad you decided.
Intensity sweeteners. It's all just pretty healthy. 2 bell peppers, and then I got 3 bags of this Asian medley steamed fresh. I got 3 of those because I actually like to have this whole bag with literally just a side. I feel like this is the main course. With turkey burgers, no bread or anything, just, it's so good. And then I got another thing of the chicken sausage because that's super good too. So this is how it's looking now. It's pretty much done.
That actually doesn't look too bad.
Y'all. Oh my gosh. You guys could do anything with this. You can have it with rice. You can have it with a baked potato, which is what I'm going to do.
Good, but I don't like onion or sausage, so pretty much the only thing I'd eat up out of there is in pepper.
Pepper.
You want to try pepper?
What else you put on it?
Just Cajun.
No, I'm good.
Becky is picky, y'all. But, yeah, so it's almost done.
You already know. I did it earlier.
I'm telling. Becky stole your mashed potatoes. You guys, if you want to know something about Becky that's like a little random tidbit, when Eric and Ricky cooks, she likes to steal random little bites of their food.
Yes, I do.
And I watch in glory.
Why?
But it makes me sad because I'm like, I want to try it too. Ricky's a good cook.
I took a bite of the mashed potatoes. Ricky is an amazing cook.
Sorry, I'm trying
So
to...
are you. It's just you couldn't pick on it.
Oh, shit.
Healthy.
Them's is fight words.
Yeah, but I mean, even back in the day, you know.
There's a baked potato.
You know, that meal would have been great
Yeah,
if she hadn't have added the potato.
So we're having a baked potato. This meal definitely reminds me of that mukbang, that sausage mukbang. Difference between that is, though, that sausage mukbang.
Girl, why aren't you using both of your hands?
Kielbasa, which it was a high calorie meal. This whole meal is 480 calories. So.
Whoa. A large baked potato has 279 calories. So 2 of those sausages. Let's do this. We've got alfresco chicken sausage. 2 links. And then we've got onion. That was probably like 1 cup chopped. She eats all that. I would say maybe half a cup chopped. Yeah, let's just be nice here. Okay, and then we have a large baked potato. Potato. Well, now see, this varies greatly. So this one says 164. This one says 278. Let's do this. Large homemade 279. And then bell peppers. Let's do that. So total 601. And I don't know why she chooses to lie all the time. So we've got 601 calories according to MyFitnessPal. What did she say it was?
This whole meal is 480 calories. So, yum!
God, that's
oh my
a lot.
gosh, this looks so good.
That is a lot. So y'all saw it. I mean, I added it up.
Of sausage. The word sausage is such like a... It's one of those things that people just automatically assume is like super unhealthy.
Okay.
For me, this chicken sausage has been a lifesaver because it's low sodium compared to kielbasa. It's lower carb. It's lower calories. It has more of a natural ingredient. So
it's got 960 milligrams.
And I'm going to eat. This is my first meal of the day. And again, oh my god, I'm sorry. I should have taken off my makeup, but this is me. Like, I vlog my life. I don't live a life to vlog. Wait, does that make sense? Okay,
no.
But yeah, I was gonna say my meals are super simple, and that's just kind of how I like it because I don't want to get overwhelmed, and I feel like I don't really like to cook, like, let's be real. So I would much rather prefer to have super simple meals that taste good and that are healthy, have the nutrients that you need in them, than to be like super complex and like crazy and stuff. But I really do want to follow some recipes. I think that'll be really fun for you guys to watch because I hate recipes. Hate. I don't think I've ever followed one in my life. I mean, maybe a few times because I was like baking something in the past. I don't know. Hate baking because of the recipes. I like to wing things, so I think it would be really fun. Maybe like you can come in here. Whatever like works the best with like my weight loss plan. That's the one I would choose.
Eric's looking very svelte these days.
Yeah, sure. You guys' mashed potatoes look bomb though. You guys look.
They taste good too.
Becky, just a little bite of that.
Oh, I know. I was in here. She was going.
She's very red.
She was like making a small plate. She had like mashed potatoes. She put some peas on it, green beans. I was like, bitch, what you doing?
Oh, what is that?
Chicken with smoked paprika.
Are you trying to feed? Are you a feeder?
Yeah. Oh. Tell me that's not good though. Try telling me it's not.
That's good. It's like 5 calories though.
Oh, that smoked paprika that he put on it.
That's
yeah,
probably
really
more
good.
than 5 calories.
Oh, it's so good.
Damn. That's bomb.
Did you not hear me when I was sitting there? I was like, what did you do to this chicken? I was like,
Dang.
I was like, what the f did you do?
Yeah, that's good. Very proud.
I wish I could take credit.
I'm getting dizzy watching this.
Now I'm gonna go eat mine.
And then she's just going to say bye.
Yums.
Wow, she didn't even say bye. Ugh. Okay. Everybody's so funny. I'm just letting y'all read these. If you haven't done that. On another note, I'm going to take a very, very cute picture of Squish, and I'm going to end it on that, just for a little bit of ivory. Alright guys, thanks for your patience. I really appreciate, y'all just sticking with me even though I suck right now. And I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, justice. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and, well, I just reversed it. Now I don't know what to say. Okay, bye now.